Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about how I organize my thoughts. This is my exact process for actually being able to brainstorm, brain dump, and kind of get everything that's in my head onto paper. So I have two things that I will use. We have the to-do section within my planner, and then I also have my brainstorming notebook. So let's first start with my planner. My planner is the hub for all of my ideas, anything that I need to do, anything that's going on with my schedule. It organizes my entire life. I did an entire video talking about this, so if you're new to my channel, I do advise that you watch that video first because it really does go into detail about my full system. Within my planner though, I have my to-do section. My to-do section is where I will brain dump all of the different things that I have to do for a particular day or just anything that I may want to remember. Usually it's a list of items like film or set up your planner or do laundry, just random things that I know I need to accomplish. Now, this works really well for getting thoughts out of my head in the different areas of my life. So as you can see, I have a section for my home life, my work life, and my personal life. So any type of self-care things that I need to do, or if I'm monitoring my eating or my health, that would go in the personal section. If it's anything related to work, anything that I need to accomplish, projects, that would go in the work section. And then I have laundry and other chores that I need to complete in the home section. So this helps me to stay on top of all of the different areas of all the different things that I need to do. But mainly when I am writing in this section, it is one really long list. It is a list of items that I am able to check off. So mainly I am keeping tasks and not really processing those tasks. I am just writing down the different things that I need to do and when I need to do them. However, when it comes to my brainstorming notebook, this is where I am able to process my ideas. I will use this notebook for scripting or for meetings or anything that may come up where I need to write down even more. It's usually not going to be a list of things. It's going to be full thoughts or ideas or things that I am really trying to dive in and figure out. At the beginning of this notebook, I always started off with the date, and usually I will start with the month and the year of this particular notebook because I do store them for about 2 years. Usually I will get 2 to 3 notebooks every single year, just depends on how often I am using it. Right now, this one starts in December of 2022. I am thinking that it's going to last until June. However, depending on how much I'm writing in it, it might not. I've had some of these last for about 3 months, and I've had some last for 6 months. It just depends. After this page, I also have my index, and in my index page, I will usually write down or keep track of any notes that I may want to move over after I'm finished with this notebook. Sometimes I will write a note in my notebook and I know that it is something that I want to keep forever, or it's something that I know I'm going to need for a longer period of time than the time frame that I will have this notebook. So what I will do is keep track of the different things that I may want to transfer over. Let me see if I can find my older notebook so I can show you exactly how I would fill this out. Okay, so this is my previous notebook, and as you can see, at the beginning of this notebook, I have written out some pages that I wanted to keep track of. So this is where I will keep a bunch of different pages that I have written in throughout this notebook, and I will just kind of keep track of the different things that I wanted to make sure that I either transferred over into this notebook or put into digital form, mainly because I just didn't want to lose this information. So usually it's when I'm brainstorming something that's going to outlive the notebook. So this is how I will kind of keep track of the different things in here because this is a messy notebook. I am not going to be neat in this notebook. So as you can see, I am scribbling all the way through. So this helps me to stay on top of important information that I just don't want to lose because I like to have the chaos of this notebook. I like to be able to scribble all over it. It is not like my planner where it is super organized, and sometimes you just need a spot where you can just be a little bit more free and not have to worry about the structure or the organization of the space. However, I do need a little bit of organization with that space because I want to make sure that I can find things later on. So this notebook gives me a little bit of both, where I can keep track of the things that I really want to keep track of by having this list at the very beginning, or this index at the very beginning of the notebook, but I can also be a little bit more free throughout the notebook and scribble all the way through it and not have to worry about the exact structure. So that's how I will set up the very beginning. And then I usually will add a key right after my index. Now my key just helps me to know where I am with the particular note that I have added into this notebook. So it could be something that I've completed, partially completed, I had to reschedule, I had to cancel. And then I have different type of tick marks for different areas. Usually when I am doing something that's business related or video ideas, scripting, things like that, I will use this type of system. However, when it's other information that I'm just writing down from a meeting, or I'm just writing down different tasks from something else that's going on that's not work related, usually I will use this system. There's really no rhyme or reason for me doing that. I just like different tick marks for different things. It helps me to easily know what area of my life I am looking at. If I'm looking at the boxes, more than likely I am thinking about work things. If I am looking for these type of tick marks, usually it's going to be home or personal related. It's just my preference. So after this, I do have a list of video ideas. This was just me brainstorming video ideas. And the reason I keep it in this notebook and not here, it's not that I can't keep it here. It's just that usually I am going to script out or think through a particular idea. And so when that happens, I usually will do it in this notebook, which is why I will usually just keep my video ideas here. Now, sometimes I will have them in two spots because I do have a section in my planner for social where I can list out all of my ideas and the different things that I want to post as well. But either way, I know I only have two spots. It's either going to be in this notebook or it's going to be in this notebook, and that's it. It's not going to be on a post-it note anywhere else, and if it is on a post-it note, I'm going to put it into either this planner or this notebook. After this is when we get into the scripts. So like I said, with my scripting, I am basically just jotting out the different ideas that I have, and I'm writing out my plans or the different things that I want to do. Sometimes it's meeting related, sometimes it's business related. These are video ideas, and usually when I am switching from one idea to another, I will change my highlighter. My highlighter is the way that lets me know that I have moved on from an idea. So when I was talking about my commonplace planner here, this is an upcoming video that I want to post, I was highlighting in yellow. However, we're filming the brainstorming notebook right now, and so I highlighted this one in pink. This just helps me to know the different ideas that I have when I am switching ideas, and it is not neat at all, but it does help me to kind of process my overall thoughts. I also will do notes from a meeting, so I will usually jot down different notes that come from a particular meeting, and if there are anything that I need to do based on that meeting, then I will transfer it from this notebook over into my planner. And then that way I have all of my notes here, but I also have the thing that I need to do or complete from my notebook into this planner, and it's all organized in one spot. If I left it in this notebook, more than likely I would forget it because, like I said, it's a messy notebook. So many times the information might get lost if I am not keeping track in the very front, or I don't have a way of marking it off. Now, sometimes I will add little post-it notes or sticky notes or tabs to let myself or to remind myself. But my top way of doing it is transferring the information from this notebook into the planner if it is something that I need to complete. And the last thing that I will say that makes this notebook really different from my planner is the way that I use it. I will use this notebook when I am on the go. This is a much smaller notebook. I am able to easily carry it in smaller bags and smaller purses that I have. And if I am not going to a business meeting, I will not carry my planner with me. I usually will carry this notebook everywhere though. And so if something happens, I'm in an enclosed space, I either don't have enough space to pull out my planner, or I'm just not in a space where I can write neatly and really figure out exactly where I'm going to put the information in my planner, then I will use this notebook. And since it's messy, since I don't have to worry about the type of pen I'm using or the way my handwriting looks, I will just jot down whatever I need to jot down in this notebook, and I will do it on the go. So this is how I use my brainstorming notebook. These two together really make up my entire system. This allows me to have a messy spot where I can jot down anything and everything. I'm the type of person that likes to write all day, every day. So this definitely helps me with that process. And then my planner is the place where I am able to organize it all, be a little bit neater, and I am able to easily find information in this system. And if you want to know what type of notebook this is a Leuchtturm 1917 notebook. I do have it linked in my Amazon shop under my planner favorites. So if you wanted to pick this one up, you can definitely check this out. This is probably my 7th or 8th one. I have repurchased this notebook a number of times over the years, and I usually will store like my last 7 or 8, and after that I will toss them. So guys, I hope that this one helped you, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, keep organizing your life so you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.